Hey guys, welcome to Lucky Dice Live. Having some technical difficulties with YouTube tonight. So let me bring that back up. For whatever reason, YouTube and Auxxit are not working together. And I think it's YouTube entirely not streaming. Yeah. Um, I'm just reading some of the messages. Let me go to YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is the place to be, but I don't think YouTube is streaming anywhere else. I don't know why you're not seeing a video. The video should be running there. Let me go to YouTube real quick. That's what I need to figure out. YouTube. So is the video on YouTube right now? It was earlier. It just wasn't showing just showing the logo. Restream. Weird. For whatever reason, I'm not even seeing my YouTube link right now. There it is. Let's see what's going on here. Wasn't supposed to do that. It's trying to connect within Auxxit, so that's not the right link. I don't know what's happened here. I haven't been doing most of this stuff. Nate's been doing it. So let me get back to YouTube. Got a bunch of crap up there right now. Okay, that's working. Now let's try and go to restream again. Okay, so YouTube is working. That's good. So that's everything's working. It's just not streaming to Auxxit for whatever reason. So I don't know what the deal is with that. So I can talk to you guys here. Everything's working. So if you guys, I already told the people in Auxxit, if you're wanting to see the stream, you're going to have to watch it on YouTube, and I'm going to tell them again. You'll have to watch it on Facebook. Is it working on Facebook, guys? Can somebody check Facebook for me real quick? As far as I know, it's working everywhere but Auxxit. And I'm going to bring that back up real quick. And it says no internet connection. What the hell? Fun. There we go. Now take me to Auxxit. Refresh. What the hell? Well, there's another way to go to Auxxit. All right. So I can see Auxxit in there on my phone. I want to do it that way. So guys, can anybody verify with me that you guys, that Facebook is working or not? I mean, I guess I can do it. Facebook. Facebook seems to be working. So it's just going to be, it's just Auxxit. For some reason, it's not connecting. And I don't know what it is. Don't have time to try it out. All right. Nicole, who are you talking to? Who is that? I don't recognize that name. Is it somebody you know? Does he live up near you? All right, let me get my chat back up and we'll start actually talking about something worthwhile. There. All right. I need you guys to acknowledge that you're hearing me, because Nicole and Dennis, you are not answering me. Do you hear me? An inquiring mind would like to know. Okay, yay. Thank you, Nicole. See, you should be my bestie, because I don't really have one right now. Anyway, let's talk some hero clicks. Let's talk some stuff where we're just being spooky. Dennis is spooky. He lives by a volcano. That's pretty spooky, you know. He's a lava monster. So we're going to, we don't have a lot to talk. I mean, we don't have a long to talk, so I'm just going to touch on some subjects. We'll start with X97. I've had a couple weeks now to play with it, with the set. There's a lot of meta pieces in here that I think this is the strongest set that we've seen a while overall, where that's producing a lot of powerful pieces. A lot of them being talked about. I mean, you got Rogue Prime and Cable Prime. I think that Bishop Prime is also very good. I think that Madeline Chase is super duper good. I just glancing at Nightcrawler, I think he's also good, but I need to actually try to play with him. I need to actually I need to get a Nightcrawler and try to see if it works. I'm afraid that it may not be quite as that his powers might not be so great, because of he's got the ability to, if I remember right, he's got the ability to attack, then move 3 squares and attack, and then move. And anyway, so if you're playing against somebody that's got that, it's kind of interesting, because it makes that player spread his stuff out differently, so he doesn't have to deal with a Nightcrawler, and I guess to a degree. If not, that could make Nightcrawler itself really good, because it's making somebody position his team differently. And if he doesn't position his team differently, then I think that Nightcrawler can do a lot of damage. We're looking at all these characters solo, and they're really good the way that they are. If you add stuff to them, and most of these characters don't cost very much. So, in fact, a lot of them can be all played together. We're going to be starting to build constructed teams for some of our formats now that are coming up, and that kind of leads me in the next thing. We're talking about figures. I think all those figures are powerful. I think there's some other figures that are also powerful in the set. Those, and I also like the Emma Frost Prime that not very many people are talking about her. I predict also that I'm looking at the prices and what everything is bringing, and I think that you're going to see a spike in Madeline. I think that Madeline is not the most expensive thing to buy right now as far as chases go, but I think that once the meta gets incorporated in the meta, I think it's going to be. I think she's going to spike up. I think it's going to be similar to what we saw with the Storm chase from what was that, Black Panther, when she didn't cost that much in the very beginning, and then she spiked up way above 200. I think you might see that with Madeline, because what she does is just phenomenal. Being able to produce pogs that all have prob, and I just, everybody, when you bring up these things, are like, oh, that's not that much to deal with. Yes, it is. The reason that it is because you're thinking about one figure. I mean, for example, Emma Frost doesn't, Dennis and I had this conversation a week ago, and he's like, she's not that good. I can do this. Okay, yes, you can. But if you're doing all of those things to that one figure, you're totally focused on one figure, and those figures that we're talking about are only are not the whole team. That means that everything else that's out there is still powerful and still going to jump on your team. So I think those figures are very powerful, and I think that we're going to see. I think that I predict that she will spike up in price. I think she'll go up in price. I think Emma might go up a little bit in price. I think Cable's going to hold where he's at. I think that Rogue may go up a little bit, but stay pretty stable. But I just see those things. I think that Magneto is really good. I just think that he's just too much price-wise, and he's really fun, but I think that he may go down too. So that's what I see. It's been a little nippy here. Also, just for the record, Dennis, we've had a low of 60 degrees. Damn it, it's getting cold. Anyway, that's what I think on those figures. When they start coming out and constructed, and we got so many events that are coming up, I think you're going to see the incorporation of these figures into states. You're going to see them into the championship clicks, and I think we're going to start seeing played in some of the stores. We also got the red, white, and blue event coming up, and I don't know. I just think that when we start seeing those things, I think you're going to see a change. I think we have a lot of stuff that's going to be being played, along with the old stuff. I think when you start bringing in some of the new stuff, incorporating it with the old stuff, we're going to end up with some pretty good teams, very, very good teams. And I haven't got to play around with it and try to build anything yet, but I've been thinking about it, and I'm going to be doing that soon because we got some stuff coming up in the store. Wolverine, Dennis is real big on the Wolverine chase, the 11B. And I really, you know what? I haven't even looked at him yet. I don't even know what he does, but he says he fits his team really well. And I don't even know what that Wolverine does. I've not looked at him. He's the one chase I've looked at the least. So I'll have to take a look and see why Dennis is really, really high on him. Now, events coming up. The storyline, the Sentinel event's coming up. And I actually wanted to bring that up. I'm going to see if I can log in here. I'm not sure that I can. I'm going to try to log in. We don't use this. Everything is saved on our computers at home and at the store. And I'm in the what we call the loft, and we have a computer up there, but we don't use it to go in and look at the distributors and stuff. So I'm not sure if I can get in there or not, but I'm going to try. I'm wanting to look at the description. Should be able to get in there from here. Because it's a 3-month event. I wished I had the instructions to the event. PhD. Let's see if this works at all. Well, I'm at the site, but I don't remember what all my passwords and stuff are, so it's kind of, I can't get in there. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull up anything, but I wanted to look at the stuff's coming, because it's a 3-week deal or a 3-month deal. I don't know if it's been specified. I don't know if we just run it how we want. I don't know if we run it once a month. I'm planning on running it every 2 weeks. The prizes are real good. And I'm probably going to run it as a constructed. Let's see here. Man, I wished I could get into there. I should be able to get into Alliance from here. Nope. Nope. So I can't get in any way. I can't get anywhere to look at the kit. I know that they got grand prizes that they recommend. They've got weekly prizes, participation prizes, and it's a bundle you buy. And I was trying to see how I don't have the instructions. That's when I was looking at it earlier. I really wanted to have the instructions on how it says to run the event, because I don't have I don't have the passwords and stuff to get in. Dang it! I've tried 2 or 3 different ways. Dang it! I don't know that it tells on the win. I don't know if on the win that it gives, I'm on the solicitation, I can log into the win and pull it up there, but I don't know if it specifies. So let me look at the solicitations from WizKids. I gotta sign in here. Password for that's not even saved over here, man. Maybe I'm getting in nowhere. This is sad. I thought at least the win password would be saved over here. Let's see, win. Let's try it again. Sign in. It's just lucky dice. That's not it. All right, let me try Google. Do. Dennis, if you can pull it up and put it on the page, that would be helpful. Sign in. Ah, there we go. All right, now let me look at the solicitations. And again, I'm not sure that it's going to give me an accurate description. Dennis is sending me a photo. Maybe that would be helpful. Yeah, I'm not wanting to see this, Dennis. I'm wanting to see the list. Oh, you're sending me something else. What are you sending me? Oh, this is the prizes in there? I don't want to see the prizes. I want to see the list of stuff and the way it's broke down. Yeah, he's sending me pictures, which is cool and all that, but that's not what I want to see. So it's got, here we go. Yeah, here we go. So it says event number 1, there's a bundle. What I'm a little unsure about what I'm buying, am I buying event number 1 bundle or am I buying all 3 things? It's very, when I was on the website, looking at it, it said all this, so I'm assuming that I'm getting the whole kit, all 3 events, but I'm not sure. But so you have event number 1. In event number 1, you have 3 Prime Sentinel figures, you have 1 Bastion figure, you have 10 Halt Mutant one-shot cards. Then those are supposed to be participations, but you're only getting 10 of them. You get 10 terrain markers and cards, also participation. You get 1 instruction sheet, which is what I wished I had. And then you get 4 maps. And they're supposed to be reused for events 2 and 3. So then, so the Sentinel figures, and I would assume the Prime Sentinel figures are for first, second, third, or flex or whatever. And you get 1 Bastion figure, which is going to be the main prize for event number 1. Event number 2, you also get 3 more Sentinel Prime figures. You get 1 Colossal Sentinel figure, so that's the big prize there. Then you get 10 Building Sentinels one-shots, and then you get some more terrain markers for participation. Then event number 3, you get 3 Prime Sentinels again, and you get a Colossal Motendo Sentinel figure, and then you get one Sentinel piloted by Beast, recommended as the grand prize for all 3 events. So you have 3 events, and then with the grand that you're having 3 major prizes for, plus some participation in first, second, third, and then you have a grand prize where you're giving out a Beast, a Sentinel piloted by Beast, which if you've watched X97, I know exactly what that is. And then you get the one-shots and everything again, and terrain markers, blah, blah, blah. So it's meant to be run out, it's 3 events. I mean, you could run this on one day. I think that's a little much, but you could run it on one day where you play all 3 events. And I guarantee you that we will see that we will see this very thing probably at Worlds or the next Nationals or whatever next year, where we're running, and I might even run it at the Cup. I mean, why not? But you'll have 3 events where you go 1, 2, 3 with a champion at the end. So I mean, they've done stuff like that before, and I figure that's what it is. So it looks to me like you order this and you get everything. You get all the things that I'm just talking about all at one time. And so these events, it's our choice. There's no direction on what kind of what we should be running, as far as it's no, that wasn't the list. That was part of whatever you sent me, but I just read the list. But there's no. it looks to me like we can run what we want. We can run a pulp. We can run modern. We can run silver. We could run sealed. We can run whatever we want to run with these pricing. It'd be hard. I don't know. I'd have to break it down. It might be hard to run a sealed because the price of the kit is. And again, it's actually not that. If I'm right, and the kit price covers all three events, then that's pretty good because that means that the price isn't that much per kit for each event. If you're getting one of these and if it's that much to get each bundle, it's kind of pricey. So you might could even run it. My point is if that's everything, if we're getting everything with the one bundle, then that's a pretty good price. And we could run sealed. I might run three events and run three different formats. That's kind of what I'm thinking I would do. I might run a constructed, I might run a pulp, I might run a sealed. I might do three different things to keep it mixed up. And obviously, now usually what they do is they give us a sheet where we can keep score, so to determine whoever the grand prize is. So I anticipate that's going to be in there. Don't know that for sure. If not, then we have to invent something. But generally, what they do is they give you get so many points you get points per win, points for participating, and then points for winning the tournament. That's the way that they've always done that before. I would think that it's going to be something along those lines. And if it's not, if they don't specify it, that's probably what we're going to do anyway. Yeah, I know they've been spoiled, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted to see an actual list of the prize breakdown and who gets what, which is what I just read. It's on the win. So if you go, I know you have access to it. If you go into the win and look up and do it, and look in the solicitations and type in Sentinel, you'll see where everything that I read it's spelled out. Like I said, the only thing that I wished I really, really, really had was a copy of the directions. But I've got mine on order. Mine will be here next week. As soon as I get it, I'll read it and I'll set up the events. For those that are watching, any of my locals are watching, I know I put out a schedule all the way into December. That schedule will be edited now. It will be edited to include these events because I'm planning on having my first one, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. We're planning on having the first Sentinel Colossal organized play back on Wednesday week. That's my plan. And again, I've got to look at, I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know anything yet because I got to figure it all out. And so anyway, I think it's pretty cool. I think I like the prizing. I don't know how good they are. I don't know. See what Dennis sent me. I don't know if he sent me dials or not. He sent me the maps. They look pretty cool. He sent me the terrain. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, he sent me the dials. That's the Sentinel. Yeah. He didn't want to share it with you guys, so he didn't post it anywhere. But the dials on the Sentinels look pretty cool. They've got deep dials, and they're at Wow. This guy's got this Sentinel, this one Sentinel, the Beast Sentinel, for example. He's at 275 points or 80. At 275 points, he's got 19 clicks of life. That's pretty good. That's a big change from yesteryear, where 19 clicks of life would have cost you at least 500 points. And then the Sentinel itself has got 16 clicks of life, just the regular old Sentinel. And he's got 3 starting lines. He's got 150, 75, and 40. So you can play him and get 16 clicks of life out of him at 150 points. And he looks pretty good. And it looks. I'm not going to read everything. We don't have enough time. But what I will do is next week when I have these in hand, I'll actually bring them out and we'll talk about each one of them and in detail and what we think of them and everything. So yeah, it's going to be. I like these kind of events. I wish they do. I'm glad they're back. And it's you could paste it. You could do it on Facebook. So there, I don't want no excuses. You're not getting away with your usual excuses. So you could have posted all that on Facebook. So anyway, we are. I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be great. I think that I like these kind of events. I'm trying to remember, what was the last one we had? I think the last one we had was at the one with Ace and the King and everything. Was that the very last one? Seems like it was. I don't. But I like that event too. Where it was fun to me bringing in the cards. I liked having playing poker. I thought it was pretty cool. I think that was a nice little change of pace. Yeah, you probably got him off of Facebook when the guy was doing the case break earlier today. Was it the X of Swords? No, man. Since the X of Swords, we've had the Royal Flush Gang. The Royal Flush Gang was a 3 or 4 week event. That was from Notorious. So I think that was the last one that we did. And I like all of them. I mean, I go all the way back to War of Light. The War of Light was probably the biggest one that's ever been done. But I mean, we had Fear itself was actually an event. We had War of Light. We had the one I hated the worst, or the one I didn't hate it. The one I disliked the worst was Civil War. I didn't really care for the Civil War. I didn't think it was done very well. I mean, I played it and it was fun, but it was the one I liked the least. I liked the Royal Flush game because it was a change of pace. Hey, DBZ. I like the looks of this one. I think it looks pretty good. I hope they keep doing these. I think we want these. I think when we get these, we need to tell them and tell Whiz Kids. Yeah, No Man's Land. That was a long time ago. That was a good one. I mean, if you want to, I mean, we also had the Book of Skulls. That was a good with Fear itself. No Man's Land. Phoenix Force. Yeah, so that was Phoenix Force came out of AVX, so that was one. I'm looking forward to the figures that are coming out. They look pretty good. I think it's pretty nice. I think the pricing is great. I'm just going to have to figure out what I want to do. I mean, it also seems like it should be an X-Men set. I mean, it seems like we should have to play X-Men. It should be themed somehow or another. It should be themed, whether it be constructed or sealed. Seems like it should be themed to the set. But then on the other hand, I'm kind of wanting to see the new meta. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but we'll figure it out. States. So states, provinces. What I've done the first couple weeks, I've laid back a little bit, and I've been trying to let people find their way and ask for the events. And I've just now started this past week actually going after places and trying to find places and trying to suit it. I don't know how many we're going to have. I know that nobody technically is totally official until they pay for it. But I believe everybody that I've talked to thus far has paid for it. Nicole, I have a question for you. That's a little bit important. And you're bringing it up. You highly recommend the Banish Zone in Wernersville, Pennsylvania, and that's great. Nicole, how many rock events have you run in 2025 at the Banish Zone? That's what I'd like to know. Have you run any? I was actually going to pull all my paperwork tomorrow and look to see, because I have 3 venues asking for the Pennsylvania states And how many, the determining factor, the big determining factor is, so a venue, if they want states, they can pretty much have states every year if they just run rock events. So my question to you is, how many rock events has the Banished Zone run this year? And we shall wait for her to answer. I think there's a long pause between what I say to what they say. But anyway, I'm in the point, I've got like 2 or 3 states that I've got to choose from. I've got a good handful or more that I'm waiting to give me decisions on. It doesn't matter, Dennis. I'm going to look it up tomorrow anyway. I know she'll tell me the truth. See, I know one of the venues hasn't run any. So they're kind of eliminated themselves if the other 2 venues have run events. And I don't know off the top of my head, because the problem that I have is, and as you get older, everything just meshes together. And so I can't distinguish this year from last year. And I know you run events, but it could have been that I'm remembering stuff from last year. I want to know 2025, how many events has been run. Nope, McConnell, I don't think anybody from Delaware has signed up. If you're, I'd love to have Delaware involved. Because I'm curious. I figured Nicole usually knows stuff, and she would tell me the truth, unlike you, who's trying to get her to lie when she's a very honest person. And I knew that she would tell me the truth, and it'd kind of give me a rough idea of what I'm going to do, because it's a very difficult thing. Nicole's venue's kind of in the middle of the state, but not really in the middle. But it's the most middle-ish of the 2. One is on the east side, one's on the west side. And the ones on the east side and the ones on the west side are in big metropolis, big city areas with a dense population. But theoretically, it would be nice for the Banished Zone to have it, because then that would be kind of the central point for everybody to come to. But it doesn't seem to work that way. And the people in Pennsylvania and in Philadelphia are not going to go to Pittsburgh, and the people in Pittsburgh are not going to go to Philadelphia, and they may not either one of them go to the Banished Zone. And the Banished Zone had decent numbers last year. I just wished that a venue that I'd like to not have to make the decision. I like venues to run. Like I've got a venue in Mississippi. It's called McNard Gaming. They run events periodically, very periodically. So when they run these events, by running that many events, I don't have to make a choice. I don't have to look for a venue in Mississippi. They're going to get it, because it's an automatic thing. So it's okay, Dennis. So so if the venues every year they want to host states, but if they just would have ran like 2 or 3 events during the year, Winamaps, which are easy to run and people love and don't cost that much. If they just would have ran 2 or 3 of Winamaps during the year, most of the time that would have qualified them to be able to get states without me even thinking about it. Without me, when I've got, like Texas they've had 3 different venues that have asked for it. Pennsylvania's got 3 different venues. There's a few other places that's got multiple spots, and I have to make a choice. But North Carolina had a spot that was multiple, but North Carolina was easy for me because I knew the guy that ran it, and he had run other stuff, and it's easy to do. It's when it makes it tough for me when I have venues, when I have 3 venues, for example, and none of them have run anything, and then I have to make a choice. And there's a lot of things I consider in the choice: size, the people I'm dealing with, the location in the state, several different things. And I mean, and I also sometimes reach out to WizKids. I know, Nicole, it's terrible. I can't believe he's trying to get you to lie. Yeah, I would I'm just curious. I mean, if it's gonna, I mean, the other venue I'm pretty sure has run events also, and I don't want to lock. If I've got 2 venues, this would be the way I would like to do it. All right, so the venue that's in Pittsburgh is also run, and we're about to have to end this thing. The venue in Pittsburgh is also run some events, but I don't know how many. I'm going to have to look at both of them. You guys have run some events, so you're supporting rock. I'm wanting to run 2 next year. So the thing to do would be to run one in Pittsburgh and one run at the Banish Zone. That's what I'd like to do. For this year, I have to make a choice. So I need to look at how many events everybody's run. All right, let me go see if the auctions have ended. Actually, I've got to look at my phone, don't I? Well, I got Auxxit up in here. It's just not casting. Hold on. Let me get out of all this stuff. All right. Auction should be over. Had some good stuff in the auction tonight. I had Chase retail boosters from all of the last 4 sets. Yeah, let's see if the auction is over. Confirm. I have to confirm it's me signing in. Hold on. I've got to go to Lucky Dice and confirm that it's me. Well, I don't know. Now that message disappeared, but anyway, it just want me to confirm. So, looks like the auction's still going. Still got a few items they're bidding on. Oh, there it goes. Now it ended. Alrighty. So we're going to jump from, sorry for being a little all over the place today. Nate, didn't know he wasn't coming until later today, and anyway, so I enjoy talking with somebody a lot better than I do just going solo. It's easier to stay on subject. So let's start this thing off. I'll open this up and I'll throw the bounty prizes in. I haven't forgot. Throw that in there. Curious, if you guys want to throw up some answers, I'd appreciate it. So we have the alternate cards versus the legacy cards. What's your preference? Legacy cards or alternate cards? Now that we've seen them, now that we had a chance to see some of them, and some of them I don't think are very great. Some of them are pretty good. So, do you prefer alternate cards or do you prefer legacy cards? Everybody throw out what they think there. Would appreciate it. I'm just kind of very curious. Yeah, I've been selling them, man. They went up Wednesday morning. Actually, they went up about 2 hours before midnight on Wednesday. What's the best side to put this on? I guess it doesn't matter. Put it up there. All right. All right, I got some pretty good stuff tonight. A little bit better than I think usual for pricing that I want to put in here. Let me get to where, man, I got all these pop-ups coming up. Let me move them out of the way so I can see. All right. You like the alternate cards, but when 97 was announced, I was hoping the Legacy was going to happen because I wanted the Onslaught to get a card. I don't know, I mean, I like, me personally, I like the Legacy. I just wanted to see how everybody else was feeling. All right, so let's add some stuff in. We're going to start off by something a little different. We're going to add in a Phoenix Force with a full-fledged, complete Phoenix Force into the pile. Then I'm going to go far away over to here, and we're going to bring in Atlas. That's from Civil War, we were just talking about. I'm also going to add in more than normal because I got a lot. I'm getting backlogged, so I'm going to start adding in more pricing each week. I got an Edward Nygma. That is from Arkham Asylum. I've got a Venom from Civil War. I've got a Wolverine Limited Edition 097. This is from Deadpool and Wolverine, or yeah, Weapon X. I've got a, speaking of the storyline events, I've got a King. This is from the Royal Flush game. Throwing that in. I've got a Titania. This is from Smashed, super rare. I've got a Unseen from Avengers Infinity. Let's throw in a tarot card or two. I've got a Wheel of Fortune tarot card. I've got a Queen of Cups tarot card. And last but not least, we'll throw in an Exodus from Wolverine the X-Man. There we go. It's a pretty good pile. And let's start opening up some stuff. Good luck, everybody. Oh, we gotta pick a figure. Nicole, what's the figure gonna be? I need somebody to nominate a figure 2 times. Need a super rare. Super rare. Super rare. No primes, just a super rare. Out of X97. If nobody nominates it, I'm gonna, oh, there we go. Rogue, Storm. Rogue and Storm is what we got so far. Anybody else? I need a second nomination to those. Ah, there we go, Rogue. What's going on, Johnny Morello? All right, so we're looking for a Rogue Super Rare, which I actually like Rogue Super Rare. I don't know if you guys have got, I don't know if you guys have played with Rogue Super Rare yet. She's fun. She's a good piece. All right, so booster number 1. Let's see what happens. We have a Magneto common, a Jean Grey common, a Jubilee A version common, a Wolverine uncommon, and we have a Prime. We have a Bishop Prime, which I think is pretty good. In fact, I got annihilated by him this past Sunday at our pre-release. So I think he's really good. So that's going to be booster number 1. Booster number 2. All right, booster number 2, we have Callisto Rare. We have Beast Common. We have Magneto Common. We have Morph, which I think is also a decent figure. I think he's fun to play with. Uncommon. We have Gambit. Common. Gambit. All the Gambits are a little interesting also. Callisto, we already got it. There we go. DBZ, the Prime is good. The Rogue Prime is very good. So we're going to booster number 3. Rogue Prime and Cable Prime, I think, are the talk of the town at the moment. All right, we have an Executioner, which I played with him in the 90s. Pretty fun, too. He's not bad. Executioner Rare, a Prime Sentinel Uncommon, a Rogue Common, a Prime Sentinel Common, and a Leech Common. Leech can be annoying. And I can see him possibly being thrown out there in meta also. Little tricky to play because he can affect your team as well as the other team. So ideally, I guess you're probably going to want to have, it just depends. You might have, if you're playing something with no team abilities, who cares? Put Leech on your team. Okay. So this is our first biggie of the day. So whoever has got booster number 4, congratulations. You have a Magneto common, a Beast common, a Madeline Pryor uncommon, a Magneto uncommon. I'm seeing that combo a lot in boosters where you're getting a common and an uncommon Magneto. And we have our first chase. The chase that we have is Cyclops. Congratulations. So that's our first chase for the night. Number 5. Yeah, this is the other Gambit that I was talking about that's in this set. In this booster. All right, so we got a Nightcrawler Rare, a Bolivar Trask Uncommon, a Gambit Common, the one with the basketball, Friends of Humanity Common, and a Beast Common. I think it'd be fun to build an all-prob team with Madeline Pryor, so you already get 5 probs with her, and then if you just build everybody else on your team with prob, it'd be kind of ridiculous, huh? I wonder if I could build a team like that. That's good. Number 6. Number 6. You have a Sentinel Technician, common, a Valerie Cooper, common, a Storm uncommon, a Forge rare, our first super rare of the night, Magneto. To me, my X-Man. Also, for the people, you know, we're playing X97. If you have not watched this show, I highly recommend it. In fact, it would the set itself would make a lot more sense to you if you watch this show. Oh, man, this is a good booster. So who has number? Ooh, what do I do? Number 7. It's lucky number 7 tonight. We've already pulled a chase. We've already pulled a prime. We've already pulled one super rare. So you know this has got to be something interesting. We have a Wolverine common, a Rogue common, a Friend of Humanity common, and we have a Prime Sentinel uncommon, and we have a super rare prime. We were just talking about it, Rogue. Congratulations, Gracie. That's probably the best booster so far tonight. Rogue Prime. Number 8. Yeah, I can't wait for the next season to come out, Nicole. I'm looking so forward to it. We're not too far away now. All right, so we're going to number 8. We're still looking for a Rogue Super Rare, not the Super Rare Prime, but the Rogue Super Rare. And we have another Super Rare in this set. I mean this booster. We have a Jubilee common. We have a Prime Sentinel common, Morph uncommon, Bolivar Trask uncommon, and an Emma Frost super rare. Not the right super rare. And I think that, you know, we're supposed to get 3 super rares in each booster, each brick. And I think that they count the super rare prime as a super rare and counted. So if I'm right, which I hope I'm not, and I actually am not. So how about that? I was going to say that we shouldn't get any more super rares. This brick is loaded. It is really, really, really loaded. So in this one, we have a uncommon Dino Man. It's the B version. We have a Gambit common, a Jean Grey common, a Magneto uncommon, and we have another super rare. We have Cyclops. To me, my X-Man. All right, number 10. Emma Frost is what you call for the bounty. All right. This one is number 10. We have Bastion rare, Storm uncommon, Sentinel Technician common, Cyclops common, and Magneto common. All right, now we got booster number 11. We have a Wolverine rare, a Magneto uncommon, a Dr. Valerie Cooper common, a Wolverine common, and a Leech common. All right, I've got booster number 12. Dennis's daughter is not wanting to go to sleep. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. What a brick. What a freaking brick. Wow. I can't get over this. We got a side, so somebody's going to be happy in this one. This is number 12. Man, I can't get over this. We got a Cyclops common. We got a Captain America rare. We have a Wolverine uncommon. We have a Rogue common. And guys, we have another chase. We have a Wolverine chase. We have 11B. That's crazy. So we got 2 primes. One of them is a super rare. 2 primes, 2 chases, and then 3 more super rares on top of that out of here. That's crazy. This is a good brick. All right, let's do the next one. Oh, this one is as good as that one. It's gonna be hard to top it. All right, we're throwing in the tarot card. Let me just go throw these in real quick. I'll open that up. I've got a Constrictor out of Smashed. I've got a Emperor Vulcan Prime out of House of X. I've got a Chase Firestorm out of Batman. What was that? Batman Team Up. And then I've got a Mentor super rare out of Galactic Guardians. This bounty is loaded up, guys. I hope somebody wins it tonight. I got a Starfight. I've got a trophy, your very own trophy it's one of the Deadpool trophies I had left over. And then I've got an Annihilus. Super rare out of Galactic Guardians, or Guardians of the Galaxy rather. I've got a Big Boss Hill out of Battle World. And I've got a Dino Thor out of Battle World. I tell you, man, this is loaded up. Somebody's gonna be excited when they win it. I'm gonna throw in one more tarot card. I got a Knight of Cups. That last brick was amazing. I've seen the double chases. So often when Wolverine comes out, he's coming in with another chase. So that wasn't that unusual, but I don't think I've seen 2 primes, especially with one of them being a super rare prime, 2 primes, 2 chases, and 3 super rares. And I've opened a lot of bricks. This set's selling really well. If you guys didn't know it, all the distributors are showing out. I had to order some more, got my order in, and they're out of X-Men at the distributors, especially I ordered from PhD, and but I can order from other places, but PhD is my primary, and so I got an order in for them. But then I also know that I also glanced at Alliance because they were showing nothing at PhD just to see how all the distributors are doing, and Alliance was out of everything too. So this set's selling very well. I had to order. I had already ordered 200 bricks, and I've had to put in an order for more. I sold out of everything, and I had to order more. I got more orders for more, and I needed some on the shelf. So that's crazy. This set's going really well. All right, let me get this set up. Okay, here we go. Lucky number 13, maybe? Bounty's still the same. We're looking for a super rare. Super rare rogue. All right. We've got an uncommon Dino Man, C. I've got a Executioner rare, a Prime Sentinel common, a Beast common, and a Wolverine common. So have y'all seen the mistakes in the set? I mean, they're little mistakes, nothing to cry home about, but just the little mistakes that they did. The uncommon and the common Wolverine have got their pictures backwards. They from the figures, they put the wrong picture with the wrong figure, and there is no 11A Wolverine. They just made an 011 and an 011B. All right, so number 14. That's what we were looking for a minute. All right, we got a Nightcrawler rare. We have a Morph uncommon, a Magneto uncommon, a Rogue common, and a Gambit common. Moving on to number 15. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Who has number 15? Who has 15? Who has it? Speak it. I got a Sentinel Technician common. I've got a Wolverine uncommon. I want to know who's got 15. Speak it. Tell me. 15. I've got a Storm uncommon. I've got a Jubilee common. Let's see if I can figure it out over here. 15. Who's got 15? There it is. Jasperado. There he is. Buddy, you already have a lot being shipped to you. Now you're going to have a whole lot more. He's got some stuff from last week. He bought, and I just noticed he bought some of the Chase retail boosters and stuff. So he is in the Philippines. So we're going to be sending a bunch of stuff internationally off. And you're going to be really happy because you have the super rare Rogue, which is the Bounty figure. Congratulations. So you got all this stuff I've been putting in there. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I put in extra good stuff this go around. Do you want me to open up your cards, or you want me to keep them sealed? I'm going to find something to put this in. Actually, I may just leave it in here. I think I will. I think I'll just leave it in here. Do you want me to open up your, well, there might be legacy cards, there's alternate card. I guess they're going to be all alternate cards. Alternate, I got 1, 2, how many alternate cards do I have in here? I got so much stuff I can't get to them. I got 4 alternate cards. Do you want them opened or do you want them sealed? Keep sealed, you got it. Let me put all that in there. You got all this stuff coming. If you didn't already, I would remind you while I'm talking to you to go ahead and pay your invoice that I sent you on Lucky Dice Games, because I got a feeling you would like to have all this stuff sent to you. You have a lot of good stuff, man. Okay, we're going on to number 16. We still have some good stuff in here. That was the bounty figure, obviously, but we're still looking for a prime and more super rares and the chase and all that good stuff. All right, I have a uncommon Wolverine, a Magneto common, a Prime Sentinel common, a Nightcrawler rare, and just for you, we got a super rare Marvel Girl, Nicole. Now we're going into number 17. It's been a good night. Lots of good stuff. We ain't even done. It's already, if we quit right now, we would say it was a great night. All right, I got a Gambit common, a Beast common, a Storm uncommon, a Bastion rare, and I got a Sentinel Technician common. Of course you were, Nicole. You acted like people doubted that you would not be right. Of course you were right. I never doubted it. All right, I got a number 18 here. Number 18, we have a Wolverine common, a Madeline Pryor uncommon, a Cyclops common, a Magneto common, and a Jean Grey common. Yeah, he's so-so. I'm not in love with the super rare Magneto. You gotta look at him a little bit better. Like I said, how I like things is going to be when I really start building teams and looking at the figures and see how they fit. That's going to have a lot to do with it, because I mean you're looking for everything to fit together. I can tell you that there's a lot of stuff in this X-Men set that's really cheap, that's very powerful, and I think you can build a really good, if you could take the X-Men pieces that don't have a huge value but that are powerful and combine them with some of the stuff that's already out there. I think it's going to be some nasty teams being built. So I got a Callisto rare, I got a Dr. Valerie Cooper common, a Morph uncommon, a Gambit common, and a Gambit. I got 2 Gambit commons. I got 005 and I've got 013. We got Suits and Basketball Gambit. All right, we're going into number 20, almost to the end. We got the trifecto now that we pulled tonight. You'll understand what I mean by that when I tell you who this is. So we got Jean Grey, common, a Bolivar Trask, uncommon, a Leech, common, a Prime Sentinel, uncommon, and to me, my X-Man, Professor X, So we pulled all three of the, to me, my X-Mans tonight, between the two bricks. Number 21. I just realized what I did. I didn't put your booster. It was 15, wasn't it? Hang on a second, guys. Let me pull 15 out. 15 was 15 the one that when I looked it up, it was Jasperado. That was the bounty. Oh, I'm not looking in the right place. Yeah, 15. Okay. Let me pull that out. I realized I put it up in here. I wanted to go with the. That's 12, 19, 20. All right. I didn't want it to go in there. Wanted to keep it with the bounty. Sorry about that, guys. All right, back to where we were. 22, got 3 left. We have not pulled a chase. We have not pulled a prime. So odds are pretty good here. Dennis, in the first brick, we pulled 2 chases, 2 primes, and 3 super rares. And one of the primes was Rogue, and we had a Wolverine and a Cyclops chase. All right, so we're on 22. Yeah, it was a Cyclops and a Wolverine chase and booster in brick number 1. All right, so we got a Forge rare, Friend of Humanity, common, Cyclops common, Friend of Humanity uncommon, and a Wolverine common. I did. Did I put 21 in here? I bet I did. That's funny. All right. Coming back to it. Thanks, MC. Maybe I wanted that booster for myself. That's going to be funny if this one's got the chase in it. We haven't pulled the chase yet. So I got number 21. That's exactly what happened. My psychic ability Nicole's rubbing off on me. I knew there was a chase in there and I wasn't going to open that one up. All right, so number 21. Whoever's got 21 obviously is going to be happy. We got a Bolivar Trask uncommon, a Magneto uncommon, a Signal Technician uncommon, common, and a Dr. Valerie Cooper common, and we got a Mr. Sinister chase. Congrats. That's number 21, to be clear. All right. Now we're on to number 23 because we already did number 22. Good job, MC. So MC's on it, man. He's like, man, you ain't taking my chase. I know you didn't open it up. Trying to be sneaky on me. All right. Number 23. We've got, this is the first one we have. We have the one-shot, Sinister Science. We've not had, this is the first one-shot out of 2 bricks. I've got a Bishop rare, a Dr. Valerie Cooper common, Jubilee common, Magneto uncommon, and Friend of Humanity common. All right, last one of the night, number 24. All right, we have a Prime Sentinel common, a Executioner rare. We have a Dino Man uncommon and a Magneto common, and to me, my X-Man Cyclops. Congrats, everybody. That first break was awesome. I mean, that was just really awesome. Two chases, two primes, one of them being a super rare, and then three super rares. I think was awesome. The second brick we gave out the bounty on, had some decent stuff. So pretty good night overall. All the winners, congratulations. We will see you next week, and we will talk more next week about the Sentinel. I'll have it. I might even pull it out. I might even bring it and pull the pieces out where we can look at them during our conversation. But I'll have the storyline event, details, directions, and all that, and we'll talk about that next week. Two senior Cyclops, yeah, one in the first brick, one in the second. We pulled, if I remember right, because we did a Professor X and a Cyclops in the second brick, to me, my X-Man, and we did a Cyclops and a Magneto, to me, my X-Man, in the first brick. And all right, so everybody, good night. I'm going to go get some supper and go home and aggravate Dennis. I'm going to start messaging him and telling him all the things that he's done wrong today. Dennis, I'll talk to you in a little while. Bye.